Alright guys, it's time to get into some spoilery thoughts on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Most of the stuff I had to say is pretty relevant in the non-spoiler review if you just want to talk about the quality of the film and everything. This is just my thoughts on the elements I couldn't talk about because again, they would be spoilers. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to say is that I honestly enjoyed that the cameos and the Illuminati in this were not central to pretty much anything going on in the film. Like, they were just there because it's the Multiverse of Madness, and it felt like Marvel Studios was looking at the whole thing going, okay, a couple of fan castings, we need to get them out of the way here. We need to make them a part of this plot that doesn't take over the entire plot, and we just need to make them members of this universe, quickly explain what they are, what they stand for, and then we'll move past it. And that's exactly what they did with the Illuminati. Like, they don't waste too much time on the glorified cameos or anything. They don't waste by trying to make them main characters or anything. They are just there to further the plot. And to me, it really works because, again, we don't need to sit here and explain to you who Mr. Fantastic is. We don't need to explain to you who Professor X is. Because what's the point? We don't need to explain to you who Black Bolt is because again, Doctor Strange is our vessel into this universe and he's never seen half these people or knows that they exist. So we don't need to do an exposition dump, and the script plays that up very smartly. A lesser film would have taken the time to sit there and be like, okay, I'm Professor X. Yes, let me tell you the history of the mutants. Okay, now let me tell you about Magneto. Like, it would have wasted time and been pandering. They don't do that here. There's just enough clues to give you a little insight into the bigger universe and what they have going on in it, which I thought was honestly really well done. And I will say off of that, I did actually really appreciate what they did with the Illuminati because they underestimated the Scarlet Witch. And behold, the Scarlet Witch literally disposes of all of them in like a minute and a half, 2 minutes maybe. Because again, they seem kind of lenient. We're living in this almost like paradise world at this point, and they were kind of just sitting there on their thrones going, yeah, we're kind of unstoppable. We're the Illuminati. Nope, you guys are pretty dead right now. And again, that furthered the idea that Wanda is this huge menace that needs to be stopped at all cost because she can just do all of these insane things and just kill them all without effort. And again, with that in mind, they build up that scene very well by showing you what exactly Black Bolt did, how he literally just says a small little word and kills Doctor Strange with no effort. So they perfectly did Black Bolt, explain his powers, set him up, and then suddenly you see what she does to him where she blows his head apart. It's like, yeah, this is brutal, all right. And again, she completely destroys Reed. She destroys all of them without much effort. Again, I thought all of this worked really well. And while I still have the pacing issue where I think they could have just used a little bit more, I think the film, honestly, the way it's handled works, where they don't waste too much time on the cameos. They don't waste too much time on any individual world, letting you kind of, experience everything it has to offer, and moves at that brisk pace, and it really just works for it. And to me, I think that's really the big thing here, is the rapid fire nature of the script, how they get it moving, how they just waste no time explaining everything in a simple way, and then how Sam Raimi directs all of these sequences. Like, when you watch the film, those camera angles, the way he's handling the villain scenes, the way that he's bouncing around with the special effects and going from character to character, it's Sam Raimi through and through. Like, there's definitely his flavor in this that's not anywhere else in the MCU. And I really like what they did with Wonder Gore Mountain and how Wanda was built up as this, big, sinister villain, and her seeing herself as the true villain, and then kind of backing away for that moment of self-sacrifice. Really well done. Like that reflective period of her existence right then and there where she sees how she's a menace to every single multiverse if she's allowed to do what her plan is, which leads to that sacrifice and her ultimate demise. Honestly, I absolutely loved it. I can't say enough good things about it, how they handled it. It's going to be another couple viewings, but this thing is without doubt ending in my top 5. Just for, if not for the Illuminati showing up alone and having two characters I've been waiting for 25 years of my life to get done properly, now more than ever, I think Doctor Strange has entered that top tier of characters for me where I want to see more of him. And something else that I kind of had to think about a little bit more was I honestly didn't need as much of a character arc for him as I thought I did, because thinking about it, he's had his character arc built up through multiple other appearances, especially the Avengers films, where this film is more of, let's just exist with Doctor Strange and further his obnoxious levels of, hey, I can do anything and I'm capable of everything and I can't do wrong. Well, we see here that maybe there's a little bit of character development there. The more I think about it, the more I actually love the film, and I can't wait to just rewatch it and pick up on more pieces. It's absolutely just, it's a Doctor Strange film, and it's what it needed to be, and Sam Raimi was the man to do it.